So, for the most part over the last few years, I think it's safe to say that the Oklahoma City Thunder have grabbed most of their national publicity for reasons that you typically don't see within the world of basketball. And of course, this has to do with Oklahoma City trying to pull off one of the more larger scale rebuilds in NBA history. And in fact, as OKC is still in this rebuild, more so even towards the beginning of it, their team is without a doubt already filled with young rising talent throughout the entire rotation, with one of the biggest key pieces in what many seem to believe was a reach by the Oklahoma City Thunder is none other than the man himself, Josh Giddey, who was selected 6th overall in the 2021 NBA draft. And believe me, when I say he was a reach, I am in no way exaggerating, because some of you might remember, Giddey had possibly the worst scouting report ever created for him just prior to the actual draft. And yes, before you ask, this picture is somehow a legitimate graphic. But anyway, I am here to tell you today, if you somehow didn't know yet, that Oklahoma City actually knew what they were doing, as in my opinion, Josh Giddey is without a doubt the most unique player in this entire draft class, and also in his short NBA career thus far, he has already done things that we may never actually see again. One sec, if you haven't yet, don't forget to like the video if you do enjoy, subscribe, and turn on those noties to never miss another NBA video. Love you guys. And for any of you that haven't yet, I'm telling you, now is the time to do it, because according to my numbers, over 95% of you guys coming back to watch the content haven't even subscribed yet. So for any of you that do, thank you so much. But anyway, let's get back to the phenom in Josh Giddey, who, if you haven't really heard much about him throughout the entire year up to this point, I really wouldn't be surprised, because so far this season, his averages have been around 12 points, just under 8 rebounds, and 6 assists per game, which, don't get me wrong, are definitely some very solid all-around numbers, but when you look at it in the sense that Giddey is playing for OKC, who is in the lower rankings among all NBA teams, and not to mention he is playing alongside a ton of other young talent as well, so I can see how sometimes the spotlight is not always on him. But as of recently, specifically within February, Giddey has been starting to hit that breakout point that myself and a ton of other people knew he was capable of. As so far in February, Giddey has been putting up increased averages almost entirely across the board of 16.5 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 7.5 assists per game on 47% shooting from the field. Now, these increased numbers are definitely impressive, and it would even put Giddey among the top rankings of all rookies this season. But what is even crazier about Josh Giddey's run as of recent is that I am making this video immediately following up a 5-day span where Josh Giddey dropped back-to-back triple doubles in 3 straight games, which in fact has Josh Giddey joining Oscar Robertson as the only rookies in NBA history to drop triple doubles in 3 consecutive games. You guys, I don't know the possibilities of this. I don't know if we're ever going to see it again with how rare it is, but the fact of how effective Josh Giddey has been able to be already in his career in the best basketball league in the entire world as a teenager is, and I can't make it any simpler, flat out absurd. And I know, yes, numbers do not always mean everything. The facts of the numbers that Giddey has been able to put up so far in his career only testify as to why he is the most unique player in this draft. And this is because he can do a little bit of anything you need as a team on any given night. For example, let's look at Josh Giddey's career highs in every major statistical category through his first 52 games in the league. And when we do this, we can see he's had a career high of 28 points, 18 rebounds, 14 assists, 4 steals, and already 4 triple doubles, which would all clearly be very impressive for any rookie coming into the league. But when we take a closer look, we can see that the rebound, assist, and triple double benchmarks that Josh Giddey has set are in fact the highest set by any guard in NBA history as a teenager. And honestly, I'm willing to bet that some of you watching this video might have very well not watched a single game of Josh Giddey yet this season. And to those of you, I am telling you right now, get your eyes on what this man is doing. Because honestly, even though Giddey is already somewhat creeping his way into the Rookie of the Year conversation, I feel like he would be getting so much more recognition if the Thunder were just winning more games. But out of everything that Josh Giddey has already shown us what he is capable of doing, the one that sticks out to me above the rest is undoubtedly his playmaking ability. Because honestly, when looking at the rest of the rookies alongside Josh Giddey that are actually getting significant minutes for their respective teams, teams, Josh Giddey doesn't just stand out as the best shot creator within his rookie class, but he might actually be already one of the top tier shot creators amongst all players in the NBA. And to this statement, I will simply use reference of an eye test if you take the time to watch a Thunder game and look at some of the shots that Giddey is able to create. Because when watching him, it is clear as day that he is already an elite passer, and just to think that he is still only 19 years old just puts it into reference of how much better he could actually get. And for anyone that wants to feel extremely old watching this video, Josh Giddey's date of birth is October 10th of 2002. I want you to take a moment to sit back and think about what Josh Giddey is doing in the NBA at 19 years old as compared to maybe what you were doing at 19 years old. It's pretty demoralizing, don't you think? Anyway, let's get back to what we're here for, which again, that point kind of just leads into the idea that Giddey also might have the most potential out of any rookie from the prior class. And when you think about how young he is, on top of this, some of the accolades he has already accumulated at such a young age, with another very impressive one being that Josh Giddey is the 5th player in NBA history to record 600 plus points, 300 plus rebounds, and 300 plus assists through their first 50 games, which places him with some elite company alongside players like Ben Simmons, Magic Johnson, Alvin Adams, and Oscar Robertson. It really makes you think about what could possibly be next on deck for a player of Giddey's caliber. I don't know about you guys, but I personally am so excited to watch this man in the future and see what he is going to be capable of. But also, and as always, I want to hear what you guys have to think about Josh Giddey. So please let me know in the comments, what do you think the ceiling is for Josh Giddey's career? Do you think he's capable of being an NBA All-Star, maybe even a superstar, NBA champion, or even a bust? I want to hear what you guys have to think. Also, again, if you haven't yet, don't forget to go down below and leave a like on the video if you did enjoy, and of course, subscribe while you're down there. I truly cannot say it enough, you guys. We're coming out with brand new NBA videos every single week around here, so trust me on this. If you're new to the channel, you do not want to miss out. But on that note, I also wanted to say thank you so much to each and every one of you for watching. I appreciate all of you more than anything. You all know this, and I will see you guys in the next video.